Hey everyone, George here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Flourish, Excel, and also Potassium by Seachem. These are three great products. I've covered two of these before, but I've got some great new information about some of the ways that I've been using these products in concert with each other that I think you're going to be really excited about. Hang in there with me and we'll be right back. So welcome back to the channel. As I said, today we're going to be talking about these three products by Seachem. We're talking about Flourish, Excel, and Potassium. Now, I've talked about these products on my channel before, so I'm not going to get all windy and lengthy about all this stuff, but this last one here has been added to my regimen, and that's really where I want to go. But I want to connect the dots with you so that you understand how all of these work together and come out with the results that I've been getting. Now, Flourish, I think, is just a top-notch fertilizer made by Seachem, and it's not because Seachem is giving me these products. They don't. I've purchased all of these myself. They don't sponsor me. I don't endorse them. I am basically saying from my experience that this is probably the best fertilizer out there. Now, a couple of things about this. Once you open it, do not leave it open without refrigerating it after, I think it's 3 weeks or so. They expect that you to refrigerate this because this stuff will go bad on you. So you do have to refrigerate it. But I love this fertilizer. It is an all-around, well-rounded fertilizer that I think has got some of the best properties in it that you can find out there. So we've talked about Excel before, and the reason why I want to bring Excel up again for those who have not seen my videos, I will put a link down below here of my video that talks about Flourish and Excel working together, and that, you know, if you want to watch that one by itself, that's fine, but I think this one here is going to cover everything that those videos already covered, but I will put them down there in case anybody wants to watch them. Anyways, the bottom line is the good thing about Excel is that it has a great base of iron in it, and iron is so good for plants. Whether it's the plants in your garden, you know, that you see, there's tons of iron usually in the fertilizers that go into your outside gardens. Same thing with your aquarium plants. They need this iron in there. This iron is something that just absolutely makes these plants just really thrive. And the other thing about this is considered a liquid supplement for CO2. In other words, it's a carbon-based liquid that you can supplement for CO2. Now, I have not used CO2 in several years. It has been a while since I've used any CO2 on my tanks. I am using strictly these products, and I am getting the results of these tanks. And if you look at these tanks, I mean, they're absolutely beautiful as far as the plants go. As I said in my video the other day, I cut my plants down to nothing, and within a week or two from just doing the dosing that I do with these three products, they were back up. And there, just a few videos ago, I showed you that, and it's really quite amazing how just absolutely these plants have just thrived. Within a few weeks, they're like this tall from being cut down to the substrate. But what I want to say about this is an algae fighter. So that's the best way I can put it to you. For those of you who have watched my previous videos, like I just said, on Flourish and Excel, you know that this Excel added in with Flourish is a fighter on algae. It outcompetes, it helps the plants outcompete the algae for the organics, and it helps those organics that are in the tank. There shouldn't be that many in your tank if you're doing as many water changes as I'm telling you to do, but if you are having any organics in your tank, then this should be helping those organics to be used by the plants in your tank and being absorbed into them, and that's why you're getting such beautiful and vibrant plants. And now we're going to talk about this potassium here and why I'm so excited about this. Now, potassium, I never really thought about using this in conjunction with the other two products before because I was getting such great results. But a friend of mine who has been using this basically told me, George, you got to use the potassium too, because it will absolutely be a game changer on how good your plants will look. So I started trying to use this stuff a couple of months ago, and I've got flowering going on plants that I never thought I would see flowers on. And the plants are just absolutely gorgeous. Now, one of the things that happens is potassium gets used up faster than just about any other nutrient that your plants need. And the reason for that is potassium just is so important to the plant that the plant grabs every bit of it out of the water that it possibly can. So you have to supplement this potassium that you're losing with something like this right here. And Seachem, as I said, has came up with a fantastic product in this right here. And I'm telling you, the three of these together are absolutely fantastic. So we're going to end this video in a few minutes. When we come back, we're going to summation this whole thing. We're going to kind of finalize this video and talk about this and how I think it's best to use these products, how many times a week and so forth. And we'll do that when we come back. So as I said, if you're using Flourish, Excel, and Potassium together, the results are absolutely stunning. I can't say enough how excited I am to watch the plants in my tanks just absolutely thrive with these three products together. Again, Seachem doesn't give me any of this stuff. I'm not going to just keep repeating that, but I don't want anybody to misunderstand. I'm not pushing their products because they are asking me to or they are sponsoring me. I'm pushing them from my experiences, and my experience is that these first two I've been using for a while. There's other videos out that I told you about that you can look at, and the results of those videos will speak for themselves. But it is a game changer when you add the potassium in there. And I just think that if you dose twice a week with these three products, now what I recommend doing is doing what I have been doing. This is my own experience. You can do whatever you want to do, but follow the instructions on the back because it's so important to do that. But I would use the Flourish and the Excel early in the week and add the potassium in later in the week. And I think that has been successful for me simply because you're not overwhelming the tank with all these chemicals, and they get absorbed in a different way when you do that. I think what happens if you put the three of them in together, my experience has been that you basically are really overwhelming the tank, and you're not doing as good a job as you would be doing if you just did the two, like I said, Flourish and Excel early in the week and then the potassium later in the week. Thank you for joining me today. Please leave a comment down below if you're using these products at all, or if you've had any experiences that are similar to what I've had with these. If you want to add something to what I've said already, please leave it in the comments. I will put those other videos in down below here in the informational area where you can go and look at the previous videos I've done on Seachem, Flourish, and Excel together, and watch those videos. Thank you for joining me today. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up here in the next few weeks here. I've got a big 150 gallon that I'm going to be doing here right in my gallery for my discus. I'm moving my discus from one location in my home to my gallery here. I just made a decision that if I'm going to work in this area, I'm going to want to look at these fish all the time. So that's really what's going to be happening, and it's going to be a very different tank, a departure from anything that I've done in the past. So look forward to that, and the way to look forward to that is to, number one, like, give me that like, subscribe, make comments. Like I said, I appreciate the comments, love interacting with you guys. and share with your friends. But the final thing that's very important is hit that bell up here, and any new videos that I have coming out, you will be informed on that, and you will be one of the first ones to be able to see those videos. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this information on these 3 products was good and helpful to those of you who are maybe avoiding CO2 and don't want to go that route and want to have beautiful plants in your tank. This right here, my friends, is the answer to that, and I really firmly believe that if you do as I said to do with it, you will find that you will have fantastic results as well. Thank you for joining me today. We will see you on the next one. Until then, we are out of here.